welcome you to the 2016 Long Beach, Washington Razor Clam Festival. And my real purpose in being up here is a dedication to a much-loved man who was your clam jigging instructor. His name was Jim Neva. And Jim's family is here, and I'd like to recognize them. They're here in the audience. Jeanette Neva, son Bryce Neva, daughter Janelle Aker, and her husband Carl, they're up here, and their children Lila, Sophia, and Bo. They're here too, little kids, they're very beautiful. And I want to say a few words about Jim for a couple of reasons. One is that a familial connection to him, and it is typical along the coast. Many of us are related in strange ways. His sister was married to my father's second cousin, if you can imagine that. And that's sort of an interesting thing. I worked with him initially when he worked for the county back in '88. I knew him from all of his jobs at the port, the title company, and developed a strong personal connection with him because I grew up in Ocean Park. And I went to high school in Owaco. I was born in Owaco, and he came from Grays Harbor. A very wonderful man. And he taught me many, many things. Some things about being wise and being kind to your members of the community. It's extremely important. And I recognize many of you come from far away. You come from Vancouver or Portland or Seattle, and you have a different sense of community. But we on the coast here have an enormous sense of community. We dedicate ourselves to our family and our community. And we take risks because when you live on the coast, life is not handed to you. You have to make it yourself. I kid you not. And one time I had a particularly awkward political and professional experience that nearly doomed myself. And I went and I talked to him when he was at the port of the Willapa Harbor there. And he looked me in the eye and I explained, my position and where I was going and what was going to happen. And he looked me in the eye and he says, I owe you a debt I can never repay. And that was like a man being thrown a life raft professionally, because you realize there was a man in that community who understood you, who knew what you were doing, and you had taken a risk, and you were willing to go out into the future and take more risks, which I have done professionally. I do not win all of them, but I win most of them. And I learned a great lesson from Jim there, and I carry with me the rest of my life. And it's a lesson all of you can learn. Dedicate yourself to family and community and take the risks necessary to make your family and your community better. Therefore, I dedicate this festival to Jim Neva, the 2016 Long Beach, Washington Razor Clam Festival. Thank you very much.
Thank you. First judge here is Matt Fortner. He's an executive chef with Loa Restaurant, one of the Tom Douglas restaurants in Seattle, Washington. Give him a welcome. Our next judge is Stacy Fortner with her puppy Kiko. There she is. Kiko's attended twice now. This is the second time, or she got that right. And Stacy is the executive pastry chef at Tom Douglas Restaurant. That's right. Okay. Next to her is Dan Ayers, the clam biologist of the coast, born and raised Hoquiam, Washington, worked on the coast for 35 years for the Washington State Department of Fisheries. He tells me when he retires, it probably won't be near the coast, but it'll be near a coast. And finally, we have Nat Crave on the end here. Nat's the executive chef at the Palace Kitchen. So please give a good welcome to the judges. And they told me they did a pub crawl last night to cleanse their palates. They're starting with number 2, Travis Wickham of Castle Rock. Give him a warm welcome. Our final contestant, number 13, Rhonda Stouter from Ferndale, Washington. Give her a big round of applause.
Okay, we brought some water for you. Great. Yeah, that's awesome. Clean the palate a little bit.
Told me they wanted beer.
Why?
Sure.
There's another bottle. And some water to cleanse your palate.
Great, thank you.
Dan, would you like a glass of wine? Okay. And Frank on the job. Stacy, would you like a glass of wine?
Okay.
Stick it outside.
Yeah. Come on, keep it. Get it wrong. Get it wrong.
Hey, Daryl Shepard from Long Beach, Washington. Thanks very much. Place winner, Travis Wickham. Give a big welcome to Travis. Thank you, Travis. You bet. Good job. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Travis.
Now here's where I really screwed up. Oh, I did mess this up. The champion of the amateur chowder contest of the world. I can't think of any more superlatives other than they're going to be happy as a clam at high tide, and you all know what to do when I tell you to clap. Okay. Greg Shirley and Andrea Warren. Give a big cheer and let's not.
Good job, guys.
Congratulations.
Lamb trophy.
Lamb trophy. Oh, yes. Hoist the trophy high. Face the cameras. Hoist the trophy. Okay.
Awesome.
This concludes the amateur chowder contest. Please exit stage left.